Let me say this before bringing on my first guest. I woke up this morning, the Wall Street Journal has a front page story about me and the president, saying I'm his new friend, that I've been defending him against attacks from some blacks. And thought it was interesting. I have said that we need to try and solve our problems and not expect the president to advocate to himself for us. We've got to do that, which we have done with our meetings with him, the Congressional Black Caucus and all. And it's interesting to me that some people don't understand that to try and make the president do certain things will only benefit the right wing who wants to get the president and us. Does the president need to do as much and more? Yes. Does the president need to look like he is just concerned about us? No. One, he shouldn't be. He must be concerned about everybody. But we suffer disproportionately, and therefore we've got to be dealt with. But all this notion about, the thing that was very curious to me is for somebody to say that, Sharpton's a protest leader, shouldn't be going in and out of the Oval Office. I ran for the Oval Office. In fact, one of the people quoted supported me running for president. So I didn't know he really didn't want me in the Oval Office. It's almost like these elitists want to assign us to the streets while they go and negotiate on our behalf, rather than those of us that fight the fights ever go in the room and talk about why we fighting and what we fighting. I mean, who are people supposed to be that they can go in the White House and have meetings on what we doing in the streets and we can't go? If I can go to the streets, I can go to the streets as to what I'm in the streets for. So run and tell that to your elitist friends. And by the way, if they studied some history rather than just rapped it, Dr. King and Whitney Young and Roy Wilkins, all of them met in the White House and fought in the streets. That's how they got the Voting Rights Act. That's how they got the Civil Rights Act. Those that fought in the trenches negotiated with Kennedy and Johnson and got the bills through. I've never heard of this stuff where the intellectual elites do the meetings and we do the going to jail. That ain't a movement. That's elitism. I ain't signing up for that. I'm going to support the president on the health care bill? Yes. I'm going to support the president on the jobs bill? Yes. And I'm going to make sure that we raise our voices to be heard, that we get our share of what is supposed to come to our communities. That's our job. Just like labor leaders are there to protect labor and women, and on and on and on, we must be there to protect our community. But to be woofing about the president or to be standing up to himself for us is, I don't even think that's naive. And I think that's a little, I think some of these people know better than that. I think they're just trying to get some attention.